My dad. Making bread, one of his favorite things to do. Since he stopped the fishing. Hey, what are you doing there? And the sponge is the most important part?
Xerox DocuTech, you scan, store, and customize your documents electronically, so you can get them instantly, when, where, and how you want them. Xerox DocuTech. When Tokyo Electric Power turned to GE for its advanced turbine technology, it gave Tokyo the largest, most efficient power plant of its kind in the world, which means more jobs for people back home and a better future for the people of Japan.
Alex Garcia enjoys his job, but after work is when he really gets his kicks. At ITT, we encourage all our employees to find ways to support their communities. From athletics,
Clarence Dinger.
education, by giving something back to the kids who are our future.
Legend on the golf courses in his own time.
ITT, we're adding more than just our name.
Especially on the putting green.
And we're back, Jim Holman, welcome.
Right now he's
We're gonna start
kneading.
with the man who last sat at that chair, Congressman Gephardt. We're going to start flooring and work our way
Last
back
night
to
he was
domestic.
telling us that for one whole
Congressman
summer he
Gephardt
putted with
said
one
the
hand.
administration has a clear
Hands are
policy
now being
regarding
put to another
Cuba,
use.
regarding Haiti. Where is that policy today? Where are the two intertwined?
Yesterday he fixed a piece of furniture. They were really quick. It's going bad.
Which really identifies what's
Difficult
involved
to
here,
read
that is
comics,
the
and that
domestic
really
impact
bothers
of the
me
United
because he likes
States of the
20
refugee
pages.
flows, first from Haiti and now from
That's
Cuba.
being laughed
We're
at.
looking at two foreign policy problems that are really being driven by the domestic political considerations, particularly in Florida. The state of emergency that the governor down
Today
there
is
wanted to declare
21st
really
of
triggered
August.
this abrupt change
He's
in policy
84.
on Cuba. And we've got something of a conflicting current policy running here between Haiti and Cuba. I think the president faces some hard decisions.
What's next?
In trying to get those policies
Add more flour? You just do it until it feels right, huh?
It seems he will. The Cuban refugees continuing to come. They haven't stopped.
What kind of power cake is that? I don't know at this point, but there's some history here that is interesting. I remember being in Little Rock right after the 1980 governor's election, which Bill Clinton lost. And he was like this, up to here, with anger, even afterwards, about the fact that he could not get the Carter White House to get rid of those Cuban Mariel boat people who they had placed in Fort Chaffee in Arkansas. And he blamed his election defeat on the fact that those folks were there. And when I see what he's doing now, I said, this guy is really trapped in his own history. He's thinking about it from that perspective.
Well, no politician forgets what causes them to lose, and certainly there is no one in the Democratic coalition who's fastened for Bill Clinton to invade Cuba. I mean, there's a fact. The Haiti policy, to a large extent, has been driven by the domestic political pressure from the Congressional Black Caucus on issues as a response partially to issues like crime, like welfare that we've been talking about. And I think that the difficulty is going to be finding a way to align these two in any kind of logical sense. Also, I think, earlier this year in China, we decided to lift trade sanctions because we thought that the best way to promote freedom in China was to integrate them into the world economy. A more increased commerce, increased trade. In Cuba, we seem to be making the opposite choice. That the way to increase and promote freedom is to further isolate them from the world economy. So I'm not sure exactly how they're going to hold that together.
But I think, again, that underlines the extent to which Cuba is a domestic political problem for Bill Clinton. China is not. in that sense. So if anything, the domestic politics on China ran toward continuing the most favored nation status.
It was a constituency for trade.
Absolutely. I find David's point on Bill Clinton's fears of a new Mariel boatlet quite interesting. The president, in announcing this policy, defended it on that basis, that he was trying to head off Castro doing that. In fact, there are no signs that Castro was interested in staging the same kind of confrontation that he did in those days. He's a much weaker position. We've got to look at the fact that he today is one of these rotten little system dictators who are trying to live on borrowed time.
We've been seeing he does his kneading inside the bowl. That it keeps the bowl from scattering around. I mean the flour from spattering around.
We thank you all for being with us. Join Ann Curry tonight on the NBC Nightly News, and tomorrow morning for the very latest news developments, watch the Today program.
Okay, what's the next step?
Oil. They say it was loan work. For one thing, he wished he had.
Oh, you oil it? Turn it and then let it rise? Use olive oil, huh?
They are
You can use any oil, but I like olive oil.
They are friends and partners, our strength and confidence.
Okay, little girl, 10 o'clock.
They guide us, nurture us, and protect us. They give us hope, they give us life. But there's a fact that everyone's life pays up to. 1 out of every 9 always choose bread.
It's a little bit yet.
Okay, this is the bread and how it's risen out here. We're out in the sun porch. And Daddy's showing us. The large one is white, all right? And
The smaller one is rye bread.
it's rye bread. So we'll check it later. And this is the rye loaf. Do you have the others made already? Mmm.
Yes. Yeah.
You make up your own loaf pan for that?
Well, it's a hot loaf.
It's what?
A hot loaf,
Oh.
no pan.
Do you remember Judy Collins?
Who? Judy.
Judy Collins.
And the longer my absence, more loving she'll be. Our ship is well rigged and she's ready to sail. The crew, they are anxious to follow the whale. Where the icebergs do float and the stormy winds blow. Where the land and the ocean is covered with snow. Oh, the cold coast of Greenland is barren and bare. No seed time or harvest is ever known there. And the birds here sing sweetly in mountain and dale. But there's no bird in Greenland to sing to the whale. There is no habitation for a man to live there, and the king of that country is the fierce Greenland bear. And there'll be no temptation to tarry long there. With our ship ever full, we will home
And with olive oil in them and with flour.
But you marvel here and the dear land of
Judy
Christ.
Collins in the
I
background
bid thee farewell.
singing a wailing song.
We're bound now for Greenland and ready to sail in hopes to find
You gonna let that rise again?
That'll rise in a short time.
Then how long do you bake them?
About 3/4 of an hour.
At 325 or 350?
Thank you to the whales.
What's that?
Fennel.
Ah,
Anise. Seed.
uh-huh. What's that one?
A little one. Too much to go now.
Hmm. You gonna do that one as hearth also? Here's the bread. Two large loaves and two
Well, I can't keep it.
several smaller loaves. And boy, judging from the others that I have, it's okay.